Here we are. You're introed in.
Yo, what's up? This is the Papi Negro podcast. And here with me today, I got my comedy OG, my good friend, my brother from another mother, Dave Aguilar. And we got Hero.
No cape.
The guy behind the board, sometimes the voice of reason.
Today I'm not.
Yeah, you're just with the bullshit today?
I'm back on my bullshit today.
The coronavirus.
This has been a fun, 2
Dave,
weeks.
All your
3 weeks.
years of do you feel like the corona has been more hyped more than any other? I don't remember anthrax like that.
It's like a Category 6 hurricane that's invisible.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that.
It's like spinning towards us, but we can't see it. We don't know
really
when it's going to
can't.
hit us.
I was literally laying down. I'm like, yo, this feels like hurricane season. I'm thinking about the lights going out, and I'm like, that ain't even the case. It's just people being sick.
Yeah. I dead ass heard somebody jokingly be like, yo, you put your shutters up yet?
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck yeah, I
really
like these
feel like
jokes.
But then again, it's like, how can you avoid people? You can't. You're gonna get it eventually.
I mean, there's ways to do it. South Korea and China are forcefully quarantining people and DPSing people that are sick and stuff like that. So
what America? People are too defiant. For
yeah.
that.
So you got GPSs on people that are sick to find
people
out.
that they know, just to track them, see where they go, and see who they come in contact with.
Oh man!
So the estimates say if we went in that route, like China and South Korea, we could maybe 500,000 infections at the best, 51,000 deaths. But they said worst case scenario, assuming we do nothing, nothing was canceled, maybe 100 million infections, 1 million deaths. So the way we're going though, looks like we're more in the middle of it. So maybe
yeah, people don't.
400,000 deaths is what they're estimating. 500,000.
I think it's going to be way higher.
You never
Just
know.
because America, compared to, say, Italy had healthcare, a smaller population, but they still fucked up significantly.
Italy's problem also is that they have an older population.
True.
And Corona's mostly affecting people that are over 55, over 50, and also with a pre-existing condition.
They said 60.
Yeah. So Italy, unfortunately, and they have, although they have free-ish healthcare, it's not completely free. Is it completely?
Yeah.
I heard there's some cost.
Straight up universal healthcare.
But they don't have
how
enough.
that's working.
But they didn't have enough beds to really cover
Yeah.
all the infections.
We don't either.
So
Yeah.
they're rationing healthcare now. They're basically okay, so how likely are you to survive? Oh,
Yeah.
okay, you're young still? Get in the hospital.
Yeah.
Oh, you're 85, corona, diabetic.
Fuck that.
Here's a pizza.
You know what's so funny about the coronavirus at hospitals? It's like being the ugly girl and cute girl at the club.
Yep.
Oh, you 25? You got health insurance? You ain't got no pre-existing condition? All right, get your ass in the club. You 75 with dementia and you diabetic? You ain't gonna remember what you got anyway. Get your ass outside of here.
Not gonna lie, when I heard Tom Hanks had, I was like,
Ooh, yeah.
55, diabetic.
Philadelphia 2 is gonna be raw.
Ooh.
Fail.
All right. That
You know what's so
that
funny?
hit different.
You could literally say a movie title about the situation is he could be casted away.
Oh, okay. Fair. I like that too. Yeah. Fucking, it's dark time.
Big.
Forrest Chump.
Oh.
Get this nigga out of here. Get him out.
And
Yeah, but dead ass though.
He probably got it from one of his bosom buddies.
His wife has it too, by the way.
That was a good reference.
Yeah, that's a little older. Probably.
Yeah, I was like, what
That's
more?
it. I got you. I keep up with 80s. sitcoms.
What other Tom Hanks movies could we throw in there? All his movies.
Beautiful Dying.
Nah,
Beautiful Mind.
The weird thing about his movies, they're all.
Is he in A Beautiful Mind? I thought it was
that
Russell Crowe.
Was it Russell Crowe?
Yeah. It ain't
I don't know.
Tom
They
Hanks.
all look alike.
Oh, God. Hero always got to bring some racism in it somehow. But no, all his movies are very fucking. Anyway, but I was about to go to Tom Hanks. But no, the coronavirus, man, I feel like, I don't know. And the thing is, people don't give a fuck. People be like, you can't tell me what to do. I feel like the way how the swag of America is just pretty much we do what the fuck we want to do.
But you can't stop some 75-year-old lady in a scooter from driving to the corner store to get her cigarettes.
Absolutely.
No.
Get her lotto tickets. You can do that in China.
No, you can't do that.
They don't have lotto in China. I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, China has an authoritarian government. And our government has not done a good job.
Dog, you really gonna tell me Trump did not have the Rona when he's hanging out with everyone that got
when they came out with the he don't got it, I'm like, oh, you
He
lying.
He lying.
Hey man,
Come on, like you're in close.
yo, Trump is the type of dude to die old, and everyone like that you like is like dying at like 40 something. You're like, nigga, this nigga gonna be 95 in 2063 or something, still chugging along.
Yeah, there's no way he did not have that shit.
Oh, there was a clip from the dude in Iran, like mid-conference, sweating bullets, looking like he was dying up there. And I'm like, I'm just waiting for that press conference where Donald Trump just like, look,
Hey, listen,
fucking, and he's just like,
I got malaria.
listen,
yeah.
It's nutty. What the fuck you talking about? I'm just sweating.
listen.
All right.
If Donald Trump were to die before the election, I think the Republicans might get the presidency just off of them Democrats poisoned them.
Yeah, the liberals made the disease and it
the
killed them.
liberals, man.
The economy was going well. They had to take him down.
No, I think that.
Well, I heard they were going after, if Trump gets it, let's say he passes, Pence gets it, he passes, then you know who's the president.
Nancy Pelosi, right?
You got it.
Yeah.
So, when people say it might be a, Democratic thing, I don't know. But it's fun to talk about.
Yeah, that's the only one on the list of secession. Because I looked through it, I was like, how many people are super fucking old?
So,
It's fucking like 8 down before you get to somebody who's in their 50s.
listen, so I'm asking a question. So if Corona is still popping in November, and Donald
I
Trump
like
pushes
how
back
you
the
said
election,
popping like it's a trend. Like,
Yeah, we out here.
hey,
Got my Coronas.
got that Rona.
if we're still out working from home in November, and Donald Trump pushes back the election, what is y'all reaction like? Honestly, with that,
I'm not shocked.
I
that'd
won't
be a
have a
good
home.
thing, bad thing. Like,
It'd be bad, but we're in unprecedented territory.
like if Trump was like, "Hey, I'm doing martial law. I'm president for one more year. We'll try this next year."
oh, nah, fam.
I saw chaos under the best of circumstances, like during this election.
Yeah.
Like if everybody's healthy. Now you throw this in.
Ooh,
You know
okay.
what? Like,
I didn't consider that. Ooh.
when you really think about it, I don't remember. I remember like the last election year where I remember a lot of shit going wild was 04.
Yeah.
Like where they had like the Taliban's like beheading people.
Oh yeah,
I don't remember any diseases that was in 04. What happened in 04 disease-wise?
wasn't it like anthrax,
No, that was
it
like
was SARS.
SARS?
Yeah, SARS.
yeah.
Okay.
That was SARS, but SARS didn't make it here. Because SARS, like, the virality, you weren't sitting with it and contagious and able to move.
Yeah.
Like, this shit, I mean, you could have it for 3-4 days, not be looking sick,
Yeah.
but fully getting people sick.
Ebola was cool because you talk to someone eye bleed. You're like, oh, like no, we good. It's like, no, the fuck you ain't. Your eye is bleeding, nigga. What are you?
That's a telltale sign.
Yeah,
right
it's
there.
like, yo, your eye's bleeding, But like, nigga, you're, like, so that disease, right? Ebola is like, all right, whatever. But then I feel like for most diseases, I don't care unless it comes like when, like, it sounds fucked up, but it's true. Like when you heard about Corona, you're like, where is it? China? You're like, whatever. And then when you're hearing in like Washington State, you're like,
It's like the ice cream truck. You
It's
hear it in
like-
the distance, it gets closer
you're like,
and
what?
closer.
And then you heard, oh, it's in Tampa. We're like, oh shit, this shit's going on tour.
But
Then
speaking of that though, like low key, China kind of screwed us in a way because I heard they had it since like October. And,
Yeah.
like, the government over there was
Yeah.
like killing people that were talking about it, like, hey, get him and stuff. And I'm just like, and China didn't really start taking it serious until like January when videos started coming out and it started getting really like viral and stuff. And like people are leaving the country, going all over the world. That's just
spreading it.
Yeah, man, that's crazy to think about. Like, but continue, bro.
That's because them wet markets.
Yo, speaking of that, I feel like all these crazy diseases have the craziest origin stories. Like comic book stories have better origin stories than most of these diseases. Like they're saying HIV, someone smashed on a monkey.
Yeah,
Like, who the
yeah.
fuck? Like, come on, like how? First of all, I don't think someone who you would consider an incel will go, yo, I'm gonna fuck this ape.
And
You
like,
never know.
chimps are strong.
You never know.
You never. True. There's some people.
Men do weird things when they're horny enough.
Chimps are
unfortunately.
strong,
Chimps
but
are
like if you
strong.
give them like 2 roofies, you're good.
And if they like you.
I like how you thought
This
about
nigga
it.
said two.
Yeah, one doesn't work. I learned.
Yeah.
I learned. My bad.
Yeah, but like China eat anything, and like it sounds offensive, but it's really true. Like
Because
that
you see
wet
them
market-
videos, like there's this one late Asian girl. She was eating something that looked like, I don't know if it was it looked very
An ostrich penis?
phallic.
Yeah, I know what we're talking about.
Oh, it was a gooey duck.
A what?
It was a gooey duck. It's clam.
Yeah, that shit looked weird. I'm like,
Yeah,
what
so
the fuck?
it's a clam. It got like a long.
Have you
dick
tried-
thing.
have you
Yeah,
tried
it's
it?
good. That's normal. They grow those in Seattle. Those are normal.
You been to Seattle?
No, I've
Are
just
they
had
always
them.
that big?
Well, they're gigantic.
Oh, okay.
They're huge.
It was weird because she was hitting it and it was moving weird.
Yeah.
I'm like,
The soy sauce does that. Yeah, I know a lot
No.
about food, Phil.
Asian dishes.
yeah, bro, you
The
wild.
soy sauce makes it stand
Yeah,
up.
yeah. So like the same thing with like octopus. Soy sauce does that. It does like a chemical reaction.
Okay, like
What is
Viagra.
happening behind us?
I don't even know, bro. This lady's just walking.
I'm like looking into
I
the
don't
glare of
know.
my phone.
I don't know what kind of look Hero.
For those who are listening to the audio podcast, we record this in a closed hair salon, and behind me, I just saw a human body appear. Because
Yeah.
we record this
It
hood
looked like you're looking
adjacent.
right at Phil for a
I
second.
know. I'm like, oh my god. I was like, who are? But no, but dead serious, bro. Like the origin stories of this shit don't make no sense. Like the HIV is just wild,
Yeah.
and it's like it's crazy because let's say if these diseases are man-made, it's like you can go through the intricate process of making this disease and killing people, but you couldn't make a good story as to why it came to be.
That's one of those conspiracies that like North Korea started or some shit.
What the?
The
Rona?
Rona. That's one. Of
I
the
like calling it
conspiracies.
Rona.
Nah, it came from the wet market.
The meats, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
there's also
Most likely thing.
a place in Wuhan where they kind of make these diseases and they
Oh.
study them.
Makes
And
sense.
they, so they say, well, it's the wet markets, but then they're like somebody else's conspiracy driven is saying, well, maybe they just let it out as kind of like a test disease and say, okay, we got something a whole lot stronger. We're going to let this out throughout the world and see what happens.
Yeah. Some people like the way people are saying, oh, it's China's fault for the wet market shit. And then they're like, no,
cultural.
it's America.
It's cultural.
Yeah, it was like, it's America that did some bullshit. And,
I mean-
and it's like either or could be right. And I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, the food thing is because when they had a food shortage at one point, and they ran out of food, and Chinese people were like, all right, fuck this, we gotta eat. I'm gonna make some snakes fuck.
If it
Bro,
was-
I don't
I'm
think
gonna
they
farm
ran
some
out of
snakes.
food. They eat dog. Like
No.
some people eat dog.
There was a time frame of like eating dogs cultural, but it wasn't always a big thing. It's like you're super poor. So they ran out of food, and the government was like, I don't care what you have. If you can make it fuck and it makes meat, we'll pay you for it. So they started catching turtles, snakes, bats. If it has a heartbeat and you can farm it, I'm doing finger quotes,
Yeah.
you can do it. So the government increased that and went, hey, if you want to keep doing that, make your money, get your bag, you can keep doing it. So then they were like, what if we got other animals? So then there became bear farms and rhino farms and tiger farms,
Oh, my.
dog farms, cat farms. If it's an animal, they're making it fuck. That's how, and yeah, they're all in one building in cages, stacked on top of each other, shitting on each other.
And that's how how
Yeah.
it happens. Like one
That's how it goes
feces
from-
gets on another animal,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
that gets out, and then
That's how it
somebody
went
eats
from
that.
bat to pangolin to human.
Pangolin.
Pangolin, it's like
The
a
shelled
bougie-
one.
Yeah, it's like it's a bougie armadillo.
Okay.
Looks like that one Pokemon.
Yeah, it does. It looks like a Pokemon.
Sandshrew?
Yeah,
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Do you know? I don't know. I don't want to call him old.
You can call me old because the,
Sandshrew, yeah.
the look on my face when you said Pokemon, I was like, I'll take your word for it.
Yeah,
But it's
But I do know what a pangolin looks like.
But I don't know, dog. Would it, like, it's like I don't know. I literally feel like most of these diseases that start in other countries, it starts off with the most stereotypical shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, someone in Africa messing with some animals, and it's like, what? Oh, someone in China is eating crazy shit, and we know as in America when we go on Facebook, all you do is see that one innocent looking Asian girl eating the most wildest shit, and you're like, yo, what the fuck? So when you hear like, oh yeah, that shit came from China because some motherfucker ate some, fried, I don't know, fucking
snake,
You'll believe it?
bat.
bat fried rice or some shit like that, and you're like, what? Makes sense.
Yeah,
Speaking of which, I don't think it's racist to call it the Wuhan virus. Like, if you weren't tripping when they called it the Ebola virus, named after a river in Africa or a forest in Africa, or when they
The
call it
memes
Zika,
be wild. Though.
you know.
Yeah.
The memes.
So
I mean, to like on the flip of that, like people are being wild racist toward Asian
of
people.
course,
Like
of course,
scary racist.
it's the internet.
No, like in public.
You seen it?
Yeah,
I haven't seen it. What have you
I
seen?
had to yell at two dudes who were about to accost an Asian girl at the school I'm at, and like yell at her, like she's the reason why my grandma gonna die. I'm like, no, she's not. She's lived here her whole fucking life.
Did she
Go
cough or
away.
anything, or was it like?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She got homegirl has allergies.
I can see. You know what, yo?
Wouldn't it be great if that little girl did murder the grandma?
And then,
She does have coronavirus, and he's just sticking up for her for no reason.
yo, you know what? Yo, listen. I will say this, bro. Like, I'm not.
Say it, Phil.
I don't
Say
want to
it.
say
Kids
racist.
are harsh.
Kids are hard. Yo, I can't fault them for.
I might have done that in middle school. Oh,
I will tell you that. I will tell you this, bro. In high school, when the VA tech shooting happened, and the dude was Asian, bro. The few Asian kids in my school, we're like, nigga, what's good with you? Like, we're dapping them up. Hey, what's good with you, bro? And I swear, like, that's, we're like, we ain't gonna have him shoot us. You know what I'm saying? And it's fucked up, but it's like,
Yeah.
hold on. Now, let's be for real.
From behind the camera, you're looking at my face and you're like, I gotta justify this.
No,
real
but I
fast.
mean, we're like high schoolers. But one thing I will say is that, is it more offensive to be racist and alive or dead and not biased?
I feel like you could do both.
Wait. Let me give you this example. If there was a angry white kid in your class, and he out of nowhere turned and grabbed his backpack,
Woo!
started digging in it, and the whole class started making fun of him, would you have reacted the same way in
Oh
defending
yeah, I
him?
probably would defend that kid.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you would have said no to the school shooter
I would.
jokes.
Nah,
Okay.
I'm not. First of all, that kid's not gonna be like, because I have an odd white kid in one of my classes. I came to his defense.
Keep an eye on that
And
motherfucker.
he definitely gave me the like, I was gonna kill people, but now I'm not energy. So he's
What if he said, "Hey, Mr. Rahman, don't come to school tomorrow"?
I'm dead ass not going to work?
You're not telling anybody?
Yeah, I'll tell somebody. But yo, he said something weird. Y'all should go see his house.
You know what's so
Like,
funny?
I'm dead ass not
You
coming.
know what's so funny? It's a test for you that everybody comes to school, but he does it the next day after that when everyone's back to school.
Bruh.
It was a setup.
Nah, I don't think.
Like,
Like,
I'll give you
none of the
another
kids in my
example.
school are pretty weird. They're all pretty
I'll
chill.
give you another example. Like if you have like some weird, like some thuggish looking niggas face tattoos with wicks with the dreads that look like fishtails.
Okay.
They walk by your car. You're just gonna leave it unlocked?
I feel like right now. Yeah, nah, fuck it. I ain't got nothing to lose.
His white and black side were arguing for a
Yeah.
second there.
Yeah, like there was a part of me
Yeah,
that was
there's a
like,
fight.
because my car's been robbed, and I was like, that. Would suck to
Anybody
happen
standing
again.
near my car, I hit lock. It could be an old white lady. Click, click, and I'll look at her. I don't care.
I like that.
I gotta do a tour.
Especially now,
Yeah.
he might have corona. So
The Rona.
Yeah, with the great boomer remover. Was
The,
the joke.
what? The great.
As a non-black,
Killmonger's revenge. As
Yeah.
I call it.
yeah.
What are you gonna say?
As a non-black, I would lock my car too.
I feel like
I'm just saying.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
got no, I got no skin in the game, literally.
I'm far more likely to lock my door against a sketchy white kid who like
I'm
pretends
locking
he's
doors on
black
everybody.
than like
A
hood
cat
nigga.
can go. I was in little Haiti, and my sister saw a cat cross the street. She hit the lock. She's like, "You never know. You know."
Might be someone's uncle. Damn.
Damn.
Like Animorphs.
Like that's how it's gonna happen.
Yeah, for real. But nah, man. Like,
Did
We're-
you see the press conference where he announced that Pence was gonna be the guy overseeing it?
no.
All right, so he announces Pence is gonna oversee it. There's another dude there who's running point. The press were like, "Yo, who's running this?" Trump was just trying to leave. He immediately was like, "All right, I'm out." And they're like, wait, no, like, who's doing it? And the dude's up at the mic. He's like, "It could be us." And Trump literally on camera was like, and walks away, just left. Nigga just went, "Nah, I'm out."
He
Bye.
wanted no part of that press conference.
Zero.
Yeah, we
I was like,
fucked.
this shit is what I've been waiting for.
Oh, we're fucked. You know
He
what's so
just
funny?
Walked away.
Literally, all the
was
horror
hilarious.
movies where they talk about contagious shit, they're handling it way better than what we are. Right?
Yeah.
That's fucking.
I think it's kind of. I think it's kind of funny.
Yeah, it's like dang, like they're handling it way better than what we did.
Yeah, the writer from the movie Contagion. If you didn't see it, it's a Steven Soderbergh film. It's not available anywhere except you want to rent and pay for it, but it's really good. That writer did a bunch of research. He's like, "Yo, we fucked." The kid who wrote World War Z, he was like, "Yo, we fucked."
Yeah,
Like they did all that research. They're like, "This is bad."
no, of course it is, bro. We literally gotta. But Rona's weird because it feels like hurricane season, man.
Yeah.
Again, it just depends on your population. You know, demographics of your population, age, health, all that shit, your healthcare system, how quickly your government responds to it. Because on the low side, South Korea is at like 0.3% mortality rate, and then China and Italy are like 5% mortality rate. So you never know.
Hero came through with stats. Today.
For real. He has the glasses on. You
feel
got to.
outgunned.
I feel like if you're the.
I was like,
like,
and
man.
they're right too. Like I know the stats too.
So it's a lot of people died. Not too many people died.
Yeah, it just depends.
We're
man.
fucked because America, we ain't taking those precautions. The people.
No, we're not.
I work at a call center. You'll literally see someone leave the stall and walk out like ain't shit just happened.
Yeah,
It's like, nigga, I just saw you walk out the fucking shitter
yeah,
and not wash your fucking bathroom.
Yeah.
And if you tell them something, they're going
It'd
to
be
give you
nasty,
attitude.
too.
yeah,
Listen, I'm gonna say this now because I was fired from there.
Yeah.
And I heard the lady that used to do it got fired also. But I used to hear stories from the girls that there was an old lady with a cane, an old black lady, who used to go in the bathroom and eat on the shitter while she's taking a shit.
Oh, no.
Lord.
I was very specific on the description.
I know.
for you.
I know.
Okay,
it is.
just
Yikes. That's
multiple instances of people going, "Hey, that lady's in there just eating a sandwich while taking a shit, and it smells horrible in there." So the fact people are willing to do that kind of shit in this country is,
Will she eat a shit sandwich?
for. If a lady like that tell me she don't eat ass, I
she's
think
probably
that's-
going first because she's old and sickly.
Oh, she got to go.
yeah,
Yeah.
Of God's will. And it's funny because people joke about, oh, we need a new plague. And it's like, bitch, we got one.
Yeah, I've been made those jokes.
Do you
I was
regret
one
them?
of those guys. No, I don't. We did. There are too many goddamn people.
Oh my god.
Sure.
You'll regret it if my nana dies.
No, I won't.
She's already dead.
What if it brought her back?
Oh, wouldn't
yeah,
that be? Oh,
please don't.
but she'd look terrible.
Actually, nah, I'm ready.
You ready?
Yeah, I've been ready for the decline. I've had a plan in mind the whole time. If society declines, I sharpen my teeth, I tattoo my face, I begin consuming human flesh.
Are you still getting married, or how's that work in your
Right
plans?
now, yes. If they cancel the wedding and let's say zombies arise, that's chaos.
Dog,
It's
the
time is
bachelor
here.
party, bro.
So do
Yo,
you-
we still doing this shit unless the government says we can't go.
And you know what's the crazy part? It's
strippers and face masks.
is this where we're going?
Yeah, fuck
It's
yeah,
even
we don't
scarier.
die.
Where you going?
Daytona Beach.
Yeah, scumbag city.
The corona probably is chilling there vacationing.
Yeah, let's go.
Can you get like a lap dance in a hazmat suit?
No
don't
hazmat
think-
suits. Everybody dies. Let's go.
Just going down like that?
I don't want to go like that. Weren't your honeymoon got canceled?
Yeah, we had a cruise and they emailed us. It was Virgin Voyages. So end of May was their official they're shipping out every other week. They were like, nope, we're done. We're not doing it until the end of July at the earliest. Here's a full refund and here's a voucher for another vacation through us.
Hey,
I was furious.
bro.
Granted, I just got an absurd amount of money back.
Oh yeah.
And
That's
my
a beautiful
thing.
thing.
My thing is now free, but
Dog, you can't. There's no buts, bro. Like you gotta.
nah, it's not. All right, so
You got a small L with a big
how
W.
it is.
Use it for your second marriage.
I don't want to die. You're Dave the Cuban. My fiance's Cuban.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not catching violence.
Shit
Take
got
it
real.
over.
Everyone.
I'm, like, yeah, I'm not dying tonight.
she's like,
not for that bit. No,
I'm just saying.
That way gonna get you killed.
Lo siento.
Just don't.
But like what we talked about earlier, like WrestleMania is not getting canceled.
No, fuck no.
Niggas will have like broken ribs and they still want people to fly off fucking. top.
Yeah,
You know, the steroids will probably make them immune anyway.
True.
yeah. I'm
No one's canceling that, bro. Because Vince McMahon does not give a fuck about nobody.
He don't give. The only reason the XFL got canceled is he has a board of directors who were like, "We're canceling it,"
And the
apparently
insurance.
and the insurance stepped in, and he apparently was still like, "No," and
That
they
boy
were
don't
like,
play
"We
about his money."
outvoted you."
The thing I didn't realize about wrestling, they wrestle all the time. Because
Yeah.
we only think we see them on Monday, Thursday,
Oh,
or
yeah,
maybe
they're-
Sunday. No, they're wrestling. Because you remember in wrestling, they'll be like, we're going to be this place, then that place, then this place.
Yeah. Basically
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah, and I didn't realize that.
Yeah. It's rough being a wrestler, like a professional wrestler.
Yeah,
Because your pay's not that good unless you're like a superstar.
Oh, yeah. I heard a story about like there was this like Middle East. Because, wrestling back in the day, they're very like, the edgy they were, they were edgy and cool. Like when WWF was like edgy and cool, they would do a lot of off the wall shit.
Yeah.
Like they power bombed a 72-year-old girl off the turnbuckle through a table.
She had
Yeah.
it coming. She had it coming though.
You know what I'm saying? She was what? Was it Aunt May? Was that? No. What was her name?
Yeah, I think it was Aunt May.
Nah, Aunt May.
It was Auntie something.
Something weird.
It was Barbara Bush.
No, I don't remember what it was. But they powerbombed her through, and like you remember when they did like the whole Middle Eastern people thing?
Yeah.
And they're all dressed in black and had Undertaker arm tied up like they're about to cut his head off.
Yes.
And there was a story about one of the Middle Eastern dude on the airplane. I was like, hey, it's offensive to my people. And Vince McMahon was like, shut up.
He does not care.
He don't give a fuck, bro.
No. You see that when CM Punk shit himself on TV?
Oh man.
Oh, yeah, there was a match where CM Punk was sick, and he was like, dude, I'm not going out. And Vince was like, if you don't go out, you don't get paid, and I rescind your contract. So he went out, and it's on national television, where you see his face when he realizes shit is coming out.
I got to get on the floor. You got to pin me right there, bro. Ain't got no time to do no power bombs. Ain't none of that bullshit. You got, no.
Just fall over.
Yeah, just fall over.
Roll me over in a small package and 1, 2, 3. Bang.
Yeah, fuck out of here,
Yeah,
bro.
but they had a time they had to fill. So he tried to fill it, and it was like midway through a move. I guess they say wrap it up is how they. And he was like, "We got to wrap this up." And his opponent was like,
and you know,
"Why?"
so
He's like, "Bro, I shit myself."
he wears briefs.
Yeah,
So that's
Yeah.
the fuck. So the shit didn't leak down his leg.
it was tight.
At least it
Yeah,
never
there's
happened
an
to him.
interview. You can find it on a podcast where he talks about that was the reason he left completely. That's why he's like, "Fuck it, I'll go to the UFC. I'll go get my ass kicked. I'm just not dealing with this again."
He's coming back. Well, he was supposed to before the corona, but
Yeah,
Craziness.
yeah, he's not gonna cancel it.
I feel like we beat every angle about Corona.
The only thing that we didn't get to talk about is all the sports.
True.
Wrestling is the only one that's like maybe.
Rudy Gobert is like the definition of playing too much. You know, Rudy Gobert just touching all the mics, and then a week later,
You know what? That'd be me,
canceled
bro.
season.
Yeah, that would be me. Like
He's that friend.
I don't know if I would joke like that. No, I don't think I would. But he was just fucking around, and come to find out, and then the person he touched on the interview got it
Yes.
too.
Yep.
Yes, Mitchell.
He gave a
Honor
kid an
Mitchell.
autograph. The kid got the disease.
NBA
That's
going about to find him hard.
Oh my God, they're gonna fuck him up.
So does he get Defensive Player of the Year for shutting down the league?
Cancel this nigga's mic. Bro. Shut this nigga's mic off. Cut his mic off. This
I
nigga
cut it
plays
off.
Thank
Sorry,
you. Anyway, but like, I don't know. Like, I feel like it's funny because for the NBA, that was the most balanced it was in years.
Yeah, it was a great season.
It was balanced. You know what? What if you want to be a conspiracy theorist? LeBron beats Kobe Bryant's record the day after.
Yeah.
Then after that, he's trying to win a fourth. He's trying to win a fourth championship, and LA's looking pretty good to do
Yeah,
it.
Lakers were
and then
looking
they were
solid.
like,
Nah, not today.
So who's behind it?
"I don't fucking know who knows."
Listen,
Will Chamberlain?
I want. Listen,
Kobe's
I want.
ghost.
But I want them. I want them to come back like right into the playoffs, like out a month or two, whatever. Start the playoffs right away because everyone's gonna be healthy and fresh. Like Kawhi's gonna be
rested.
fucking Michael Jordan on the court. LeBron's gonna have his healthy back again, healthy groin. Giannis gonna be back from his injuries. I think it'll be an amazing playoffs. If
But the
everyone's
thing
healthy.
is, it doesn't give the other teams that were like teetering.
Fuck them teams.
Okay.
My
I don't
Heat are
think-
in. My
I
Heat are
think
in
that-
regardless.
I don't think they're actually gonna really get back to it because I know the NHL. I have a lot of white friends. They flipped the fuck out.
I really don't care the sports got canceled. I'm really like,
Really?
I don't really watch basketball like that unless it's like the playoffs. Because
Okay,
I already
fair.
know Celtics are in, and I'm cool with that. So it's at this point, is just when playoffs start, I'll pay more attention. But
Okay.
I don't watch sports all the time and be like, yeah, my player. I don't really care about
I
stats or
would,
something.
I would like to know what are all the men in the country actually going to do with all that spare time that they spent watching
Birth rate's going
sports?
up.
You going to be a man now and
Birth rate's going
and
up.
do some real stuff?
So much.
Oh,
pornography.
bro.
A lot of babies in December and November.
Think about it. All the old people are probably going to be dying because of the Rona.
We about
And
to
now-
repopulate the earth.
Start
Except
with
for
you.
Africa, which is not being touched at all. Basically.
You know what? You know what I really think about that? Because Hero's woke as fuck. He's like, haha. I really think that the people that are not black that are in Africa that were reported cases of corona, I think those people had access to be getting health aid over there, and that
Yeah.
some of the people in those countries like that they probably don't give a fuck about them and probably not going to get the help they probably would need to get that. That's what I feel like.
Yeah.
So even though there's no reported cases,
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
mean reported cases.
Just
Fair
not
enough.
tested.
Exactly.
Yeah,
we
right.
really don't know.
I've been saying that about it here because this area we're in, there are no reported cases. I'm like,
People got it.
nigga,
No, there's reported
yeah.
cases.
Russia?
There's like 2 in Lawnwood right now in Fort Pierce.
Oh,
There's
they
like
did
there's
officially
like
have 2?
I heard there's like 12.
Yeah.
In like the Palm Bay region. I heard there's like 4 or 5 in like the Fort Myers area. So there's a couple in Florida. Like
Oh,
not
there are a
couple.
lot.
There's a
Like Miami
there's a
hates
lot.
popping.
Yeah.
I love how y'all guys keep saying it's popping like it's
It's pop off time.
It's funny because spring break started. People are like going down to Miami for the weekend.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Miami's gonna look
on
like
the
world.
beach, and it's funny because half the country's like fucking boarded up and quarantined. And Florida's like, so we clubbing this weekend?
Exactly.
Yeah.
We need this money.
Not even just we need this money. Like, this is the first time.
A Corona
Yo,
party.
Southwest sent me an email. Anywhere in the country, round trip, $50.
Yo, Spirit has
I
$35 flights.
I was like, I might have to go on a vacation.
Just gotta be like, you gotta look like
Norwegian-
Sub-Zero on the fucking airplane.
Norwegian Cruise Lines, $300 a person, $800 onboarding credit, free bar passes. Like, they're desperate. They're like, you a warm body? Come on.
I
were you
thought,
gonna say
if I was homeless, I'd save up enough money to get one of these all-inclusive trips and just get on a ship and hope it gets contaminated. Right?
Yeah.
'Cause
Fucking brilliant.
Because then
That's
you
$1
got
million
a
worth of
place
game
to
for
stay.
$3.99.
You drinking like a mother.
Yeah.
That's what you want to do already.
That's all you're gonna do with the money they're gonna tip you
Yeah,
off with anyway.
Exactly. And you're on the ocean.
They'll wash your clothes for you for the first time in months.
Speaking of tourism, have you guys seen that video of like these monkeys in Thailand? Of
Oh.
like they're so used to being fed by tourists, and now there's no tourists. So there's like monkey wars in the streets, like thousands of monkeys fighting over like scraps of food, and it's hilarious and scary at the same time. Because you see like waves of monkeys covering the camera screen, and, like chasing one monkey with a fucking banana.
Thinking with like if somebody with like a dynamic personality can go in there and be like, "Rise up, monkeys! We're taking over.
Are
Just
you
feed
going
them."
to tell me that Thailand will become a monkey nation? A
ain't-
human-free
I can't
monkey
promise
nation.
To be honest, I don't care what. Like, if anybody could talk to a animal and make them do shit, that is frightening.
Yeah.
What's the most?
It'd be a monkey too. I'd want a monkey.
What, yo, think about
Not
it. What's the
raccoons?
most like what's the animal that you have no fear over at all?
No fear. Oh.
Like, you're just like, it's whatever. Like an ant. If a nigga can control
nah, I'm
ants,
scared of ants.
No, fuck that.
that's scary.
All
Fly-
animals are terrifying.
Just one
in
ant or a
large
bunch
size.
of ants?
No, a bunch of ants.
I used to
Yeah,
watch
'cause I
Animal
need
Planet,
to
and like in those stories, like ants eating babies in the rainforest. I'm good. I'm good on
Nah.
ants.
Oh, well, I mean, there's different kind of ants. There's bull ants.
We live in Florida.
Yeah.
We got angry ass ants.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
really do.
Like, if we were in like the Northeast, ants ain't shit.
Like
Down
sugar
here,
ants, maybe.
fuck
Yo,
that.
if someone can control monkeys, bro, that is frightening.
yeah.
That's an army.
That's crazy.
Like he said, if I could choose, I'd be like a monkey. Second, raccoon.
Oh, I hate
Opposable thumbs.
I hate yo, dog. I really hate raccoons, bro.
Why you hate raccoons?
I hate raccoons to the point when I'm driving and I see one dead on the street. I'm like, yes, I really
What did a raccoon do to you?
Well, they're genius.
fuck them. I really hate law. It's
Did you not get Sly Cooper as a child? Were you denied
fuck that game.
Oh man.
What the only raccoon I kind of like, it was a kid, Ace Ventura,
Okay.
and then he fell, and now looking at him, I'm like, yeah, you died, bitch.
What the fuck did
I
raccoon
really do
do,
not,
bro?
Yo, I remember when I was in Miramar and I lived in Miramar, Hollywood
Okay.
area.
Here we go.
There's
Let it
I had a cat,
Oh,
and
it's not gonna.
I had the screening or whatever, and then
It was a raccoon instead.
listen, bro, I saw something eating the food. I'm like, damn, Miles don't look like that. What the fuck is that? And then next thing you know, I turn on the light. It's a raccoon. And this nigga want to get on his 2 feet and look at me and still eat food. I'm like, oh, that's disrespectful. Like, I don't know. It rubbed me off the wrong way, bro.
Okay, so he didn't kill your cat. He just stole the cat's
and
food.
him standing on his 2 feet.
that was it.
I was just like,
That-
oh,
that was
Probably
the
opened the
line.
door.
that was, huh?
You know, raccoons have like opposable thumbs. He probably like opened the door and everything.
Yeah,
like a
they
grown
can
man.
come
No, I think what happened is that it went through the fence, the
Yeah.
netting or whatever. But man, I do not like raccoons.
Disrespect. You don't pay bills in the
Man,
house.
they could probably open up a lot of things for you too.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I do not like this one girl I was working with. She told me her friend had a pet raccoon. I don't need to be hanging out with no motherfucker with a pet raccoon.
No, that you don't need.
No,
That
I
you
don't.
need.
Like if we were chilling, right, and you were like, "Yo, Phil," I'm like, "Yo, bro, let's play some video games, let's just chill, whatever. And you saw me with a pet rat, nigga, you're not gonna be my friend no more.
Damn, dog, you don't want to be my friend no more?
Azam, you got a pet raccoon.
He's not Chinese.
currently, but that's a goal.
Bro, I'm just gonna have to
That's
see
it.
you like
That's where this ends.
this. Is where I'm at. Hey, I'm having a get together at the crib. All right, that's cool, bro. You stay. Nah, bro, I can't be at your house, bro.
You can't come hang out with.
No, bro.
You
no.
don't want to come hang out with Russell? It's the raccoon's
Fuck
name.
Russell.
Russell?
I feel like that's the name. Like a raccoon came out with a bow tie.
I don't know.
He sat next to you on a couch, picked up the controller, started playing games.
Oh, I gotta leave your house. First, hold on.
Something about animals with like regular people names.
Hold on.
It's
First,
disturbing,
let
isn't
me
it?
tell you something. I don't know if you agree. If you got a pet with a human name and got human clothes and is sitting next to me playing video games, I gotta ask you something. Who the fuck is that? That is not a pet. Who is this?
That's
nigga?
my boy.
Yeah, I'm like, who is this nigga, bro?
If I just go, oh, that's my nigga Russell.
Yeah, I'm just like, what the? He's like, Philip, are you parched? I could fetch us some more. I gotta leave, bro. This nigga doing some type of sorcery.
I'd shake your hand, but how about some dap instead?
Nah, bro. No. You go to fist pound the raccoon. He goes, nah, bro, Rona. I'll be like, yeah, I gotta.
Go.
This nigga's aware. No, bro. Fuck that. Do you really feel something weird about animals?
This animals with people names is like
So what are you supposed to name animals
like
after?
Fido, Sparkle.
Fido could be a real name.
You know, no niggas name no Fido Smith. Come on.
That could sound like
Fido Smith,
Fido's-
100% sounds
that sounds like a
the
basketball,
number
like
one
an
draft
athlete.
prospect.
Yeah. Fido sounds like a real name.
Like, I could imagine Mel Kiper Jr. being like, you see the speed on his turns? That's why Fido's the number one.
Yeah.
I heard that in my head.
He ran a 4.540.
Exactly. What are you supposed to name an animal after of colors? Hey, this is my dog, Red. Like, I don't know. That's just
No. My cat's name is Arnie. It's a...
Arnie.
My cat's name is Frank. Jack.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But, like, I think it's just because you never meet an animal named Russell. And then you were imagining a raccoon in a bow tie.
People
named
nicknames
Russell.
isn't too bad. Like, you know, like maybe like a TJ or an Arnie is cool, but like a full like Timothy, like hey Timothy.
If your raccoon is named Rutherford, I'm leaving your fucking. That boy been here before.
He's smart.
I gotta go.
you know Alvin, like
I could definitely imagine.
Little kids, like I have this weird thing with little kids with adult faces.
Oh, yeah.
You know, little kids that they have like rough, strong faces.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Like with a mustache?
Where they
No. Like they have like an old man's face.
They look like they seen some shit. And
Yeah.
done some stuff. Yeah.
Or like little kids with like
First grade was rough.
right.
Yeah.
He spent 5 years in detention or some shit. Like for instance, if I don't know, like if how would I say it? Like kids with names like a Frank, like a little baby Frank, or like ugh.
Okay,
That's
I
like
guess.
that's an adult ass
So,
name.
like,
bro.
all right, let's imagine you're a substitute teacher and you see your child's name is Vance. How do you respond?
Vance, how old is he?
He's like 5th grade, 4th grade.
Got to be
who
blonde.
names a child Vance these days?
White people.
You white people.
I've never met a Vance. Have you ever met a Vance?
I've never met a Vance, bro. I'm on TV.
Again, that was a name. Like, the most common names I see now, Aiden.
Maybe a Vince.
Tons of Aidens.
Yeah, I
A
got a name.
lot of Arianas.
Those are more mixed people names these days.
No,
like
white
the
people.
the unisex names like Jaden and
Oh, yeah,
Jesse.
Jaden pop off.
Jaden would be a mixed name, but it depends.
Those are very mixed
You could
names.
tell race-wise how is it spelled.
Oh, with a Y. It's
If I
definitely
see
black.
No, we
J-A-D apostrophe,
You can tell either the mom or the father is black.
Do
depending
tell.
on how the
Do tell.
like
Yeah, I'd love to hear this.
I want to hear this.
Yeah,
Because I have officially agreed with you
Yeah.
on dark white after being a teacher for 3 weeks.
I'm asking every kid I see named Jaden too.
How you spell your name, man?
Is your mama white?
so if it's spelled normally, you know,
Like-
the Caucasian way,
You know what that is?
most likely the mother is white.
Is it, hold on. Caucasian is AIDEN.
When I think of Jaden.
Okay.
Jaden, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if it's spelled like JA''YN or something weird like that,
That's a black,
apostrophes
that's
are
a black
like
mama.
or
Maybe
like a black mom.
Maybe the white mom was in the hood. There's
Capitalized letters in the middle of the name, things like that.
hold on, you gotta understand. There's
Random
like
white thrown
white
in.
hood girls.
Fair enough, but again, it's not a rule.
I
It's more
know-
a generalization.
I know a kid is mixed on the haircut they have.
The mom or the kids, the actual kid.
Well, the kid, like, there's like, I could tell, okay, maybe the mom's raising, because like, if you see a little boy and you know he goes to soup, like his edge, like it's
Oh,
like
white
thick.
dad. White
All
dad.
fucked
You
up.
know what I'm saying?
All
It's
fucked
like-
up. Yeah.
If you see a little Mace girl with like her just regular ponytail looks messy, white mom. She'll know what to do with the hair. Obviously, come on.
Yeah. There's a kid who like I can tell daddy ain't involved.
Yeah.
His hair is just always in a bun with
Yeah.
like the thing pulling. I'm like, that's so much
You
black
better throw
hair.
some conditioner on that
Do
motherfucker,
some
bro.
work, put a little grease in that, get it braided.
See, reason 65. I stay all black. You know,
Reason 65.
I ain't have my kids with no
Fuck that,
bummy
man.
haircuts.
My mom was brave enough to take me to a
He-
barber
yo.
shop. Like, fuck out of here.
We had a mixed friend, right? And his haircut, like we had the black congregation. We had to sit this nigga down and go, yo, bro, where are you getting your haircut at? This man told
You went
us.
to Supercuts.
No. He went to hair cuttery. So it's like
Oh
you,
wow, that's extra white.
yeah, like
white.
it's like super cut, like hair cuttery. That's just the service they do.
Yeah.
you know. So I'm like, bro, you need, and we're like, yo, what type of haircut you trying to get? Because I'm trying to look out for him. And he pulled out like, oh, well, look this up. And then he looked up a hair. It's like haircuts you do for white men. I'm
Yeah.
like, bro, now you need to. We told him to go to a black barber or a Dominican, do something.
Even a Filipino barber do you right
Bro,
at this
he
point?
came in with his haircut. He was different. He was laughing different.
He was fucking on new women.
Yeah.
No lie.
Strutting a little bit
Yeah, he was
more.
walking different.
Within the week, he was fucking on like 3 new bitches.
His swag was different. Usually he'll laugh and go, he got the haircut. He's like,
Good.
Another side of him was born.
yo, I'm telling you, bro, he would laugh different.
He left his white woman.
Yeah, he ended up leaving his.
He
yo,
left her after the haircut.
his.
A good haircut will do that too.
Oh my god, good haircut, bro.
She was not an attractive white woman
Ooh.
at all.
Okay, so she was like,
Even
she tried to catch him when he was weak.
He was about to
You
throw
gave
some
him his
shade.
power
He
back.
was about to
He
throw
was-
some.
He was just getting started. He
He
was
was
like,
about
she
to
wasn't
go-
attractive.
Go.
Dot.
He was like, he was about to be like, even Phil probably wouldn't even talk. That's what I was like, this nigga. What you gonna say?
I'm shut down.
No,
I
bro.
want more. I want more.
Forever petty, forever
Forever
roasted.
Yeah, I was gonna say even Phil wouldn't like her.
Nah, nigga, I have standards.
She was like super slim. She looked white trashy. You know,
I wouldn't say
low-key.
she's white trashy. She's
Did
just,
he have-
she looked like a bookworm.
She looked
Oh,
white trashy.
okay. All right, so did she have Oscar Proud body?
What do you mean?
Like if she turned to the left, she disappeared?
Yeah. No ass whatsoever.
Did that break you, bro?
She had air pockets in the jeans.
Ooh.
He had 1970s ass.
Yeah.
That back in the
Like
day, that
Dancing
was
Queen.
the shit. Like,
Like-
you had a flat ass. That was hot. That honestly, in the 70s,
know,
if
like-
you had any kind of ass, you were disgusting, and now everything is just completely flipped.
Yes, I love
There's
it.
too
It's
much
the
ass.
best time
Way
in
too
human
much.
history. This is
These girls
great.
be built like wasps. Like this shit is not even
yeah.
attractive. As
Like,
that.
happens
I
with
I feel
Hold
for,
on,
like-
wait. Hold on. That's what happened with what?
Black people took over.
Yes.
Oh, I thought he was gonna throw.
Culture. No, it's in popular culture.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
but the thing is that everyone
Asking-
want to have ass.
yeah,
like
of course.
we all can't have. All y'all can't have that.
Yes, you can.
I think
Put
what
in that
pop-
work.
I think
Go
what
down to Miami.
popularized it in terms of like outside the black community was probably like J-Lo of like making it
But-
sensual and like
Selena had.
paddleable. Yeah,
like,
Selena
But
too.
like, yeah, Latin culture been love
Yeah.
ass.
No,
Like,
I'm talking like mainstream like Europe and white America. I'm talking about
Oh,
accepting
fair.
like what big ass is being attractive. Because before that, you know.
Oh yeah, it was not a thing.
yeah.
I mean, when I was watching the Super Bowl, I was like, this was the biggest ass we had ever seen, and now like this don't even register on the Richter scale to me.
Great way to see how our attraction in women has changed is like watching music videos from like the 70s to now.
Yeah.
And you can see like the weight gain and asses and curves coming in.
Yeah.
You know.
Hell yeah.
So it's hilarious.
Oh, absolutely. I don't know, man. Like it's weird. I was doing stand up in Miami, and this this white girl had so much lip to her that it was like.
Yeah.
It's just like
Awful
you
look.
bought that shit. And if you go to the outlet store in any major city, so many fake asses. Like the girls work there, like they're slender.
Yeah.
They're probably weigh 120 and their ass is built like they weigh 220. It's like, come on, that ass is not proportionate.
That
to
ass
you.
is a heavyweight, and the
Yeah.
rest of the body's just a
Yeah, and
Yeah,
you're a
when-
Bon
welterweight.
Tom weight champion.
It needs to be like the cheek to thigh ratio needs to be
I look
right.
at the elbow.
Booty bump.
Look at the elbow.
If your potato salad look like it could be fucking ridiculous, like you know that elbow you trust. hey, darling, you want some sugar? You ate, baby. That's the type of elbow to booty ratio I look at.
Listen. If you live in the Port St. Lucie area, if you know where the Bravo is by Gatlin, There's like a little Jamaican shop next to it called Island Favor, I think.
Yeah.
The owner in there is like a black lady. Super. If you saw her behind the counter, she super slim, like upper body, super slim face, whatever. She has the biggest thighs and ass, like for a slim girl. Like it's natural, because it moves like a natural ass moves.
Okay.
And I'm just saying, like, if talking about your ass to thigh ratio, like hers is the most disproportionately. Not like naturally disproportionate I've ever
Is it
seen.
sexy, or is it just kind of like, man, that's so off that?
It's kind of.
I feel like
it's jarring.
okay, because I was gonna bring up
You
like I
said
feel like at
jarring.
this point like I'm very happily in a relationship. When I see a human being whose body doesn't make sense, I cannot look away, and it's the most common thing I see now where it's like you obviously found
It's
an
not
Instagram
unattractive.
surgeon person.
Yeah.
But
It's
but
not
it-
unattractive, but it's just jarring. It's like
jarring.
But it's artificial. Like,
No, it's real. It's real. It
okay.
moves. Like you can like.
You can
do
touch it?
by the movement.
Did you
no,
touch it?
never. Come on.
Oh, okay.
I'm a faithful Haitian man. Come on.
We're part of the
Loyal.
faithful, loyal Haitian coalition.
Talking about I'm speaking from a vacuum.
but that's by the
like,
Oh,
Bravo.
Yeah.
All right, I'm
yeah,
gonna have
by
to
the
stop
Bravo.
by.
Right, me too. I'm
Island
I'm-
Favor.
I'm being
Great
chill. What
food,
the-
by the way.
You need to go get lunch.
Great
Like,
food.
Let's be
Bro,
real.
You get groceries over there?
Nah, every now and then I get like Conforters from there. She gives me like a discount. I used to know her when I
Yeah,
used
the
to
lunches are
Publix.
great there.
Yeah.
Go to Bravo.
I haven't
get
gone to
a
that.
lunch.
I think that
restaurant,
went
but
over.
Fuck up a Bravo.
I get the joke. I'm just
He's so faithful. He don't even find any insinuation of cheating.
I don't even test
I'm
the
a Winn
waters.
Dixie man.
But no, like certain asses is this is. I don't know, like what you're saying. Like there's some people that just like. It's just weird. Like a girl with no, like just flat, and it's just like.
Yeah, but it's not her fault.
I
though.
know
You
it's
you
not.
can't
No,
really-
but
Hold up. Let's stop there. It's not her fault genetically, but there are 1,000 tutorials now on the internet on how to do squats.
Squat.
Yeah.
Muscle booty's different though.
Yeah, your booty. You got no booty. You got no booty. Nothing
You
you can
can
do about that.
you can develop.
Muscle booty's
Yeah,
different.
you'll see girls that like, but I mean, booty is booty though. But
Yeah.
the thing is, not all booties are the same. You could tell. I went to Dr. Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got that right next to a Subway. In a plaza.
Got concrete
Yeah.
injected in your ass, or you have the person that they worked out,
They did that work.
or there's some
Yeah.
people that just have natural big butts because that's where all the fat deposits just sit.
yeah.
But
I mean,
there's a
like,
mixture of the beautiful mixture. Obviously, if someone works out
yeah.
and has
They're
a
well
natural,
endowed.
that's just a beautiful thing. But I mean, come on, like that's not.
Yeah,
gonna
that's
happen.
asking a lot. You already got a nice ass. It's like-
But I'm just saying, like when someone is just like thin row, it's like
It's
There's
tough.
only so much you can do.
right, and
But
it's
I
not
mean,
their
again,
fault.
like-
Genetically, it's not their fault.
I know a
personality.
human. She's now a personal trainer, not at my gym. She's a personal trainer, and she talked about like, yo, I was like bored. I put in this work, and like, yeah, I guess it's different. But at the end of the day, like, she likes her body. Her husband definitely likes her body, and I clap for that man all the time.
Her husband described him to me.
Now, where does she
I think I
work?
know what you're talking about.
White guy.
Oh,
Looks like
Are they
every
both
other
white?
white man on the human planet.
They both white.
Both white.
Oh, okay.
And where does she work? After I go visit the
She's-
Bravo girl.
She's a private trainer. You're gonna have to.
You know,
pay
what's so
some money
funny.
to
He's just gonna
meet
go
this
to the
human.
gym with like grocery bags. Like, I just came here to see you.
Yeah.
So
No,
it's,
I gotta go by Bravo
Christina
real
here?
quick. and-
Yeah.
You mind coming out from behind the counter and helping me out with this?
But I mean, like, we don't ever say that about dudes. Like, bro, like,
That's
you
exactly-
ain't never have no abs, bro. Like, you can put in that work. It's gonna be work, but you can do
Men
it.
and women are attracted differently. Once they're mature. I think that's the reason why. Like I think, listen, if women chose their men the way that men choose their women, I think most of us would not have consistent sex, because men are very picky in terms of like who they find, like who they say is attractive. Like she has to be this height, this weight, not height. Height, that's stupid. She has to be this weight, this size, whatever, this color. That's how I think.
I feel like a lot of guys
Y'all
they
picky,
have
picky.
girls they show off,
Yeah, of course.
but they have people they like only want to talk to at night. Hey, we come into your house and chill.
Yeah.
This is the way things are. Right? You're lucky to be out the game.
I'm very happy to be out.
And you've been out the game how long?
19 years.
Yo, like you guys, dude, you're not.
been locked in.
Are you more nervous about the Rona or getting married?
I'm the Rona right now, bro. Because I'm getting married at
You
a
can
hotel.
you can get over that.
Yeah,
The
I'm
Rona-
very excited to be married.
No,
I'm so excited.
Are you anti-married? I feel
No,
like you're
I just-
joking. I feel like it's coming.
No, he's like
I want
sensitive.
to bounce it off him and see how he feels about it. That's
Yeah,
I'm just
no,
testing.
I'm
Make it.
very
I want his Cuban woman to know 100% what she's getting.
Yeah, shit.
I think she.
You know,
Y'all been
she
together
can
for
know.
like 11, 10 years.
10 years by the time we get married.
That's a good
Like
amount of
y'all
time.
been married already.
Bush was president back when you got together, right?
No, Obama.
Oh, it was Obama first, Obama?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
Obama.
first
First
black-haired
term
Obama. Okay.
Yeah.
Before the whites.
Yeah, when his skin was still smooth.
Okay.
You know, he was a little darker before like they just sucked the melanin out of him.
Oh my God.
Before the
Yeah.
gray hair.
Yeah, before the gray hair.
And you,
Formerly was smoking weed.
I get more nervous of you getting married than you actually get
Wow,
married.
I'm so excited, bro.
And when is it?
May 30th.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Rona might, Lord knows, bro. That shit might.
So
to
my
push that
fear
back.
right now, dead ass, is we're getting married in a hotel. That the hotel's gonna call us and be like, "Yo, you know how we said no refunds? You getting a fucking refund because we can't have 90 people showing up here. Here's your money back. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry." And I have no venue, and I'm just I don't want to do a fucking courthouse wedding. I just refuse.
You might have to, man.
Yeah.
Might have to
It
do a
sucks.
courthouse and push back to next year.
Yeah, that's not happening. We'd end up waiting a whole other year after that.
I feel like 10 years is a good amount of time.
Yeah,
Like,
it's perfect. Everything lined up perfectly. And like the universe was like, "No, fuck that."
So my parents did it. They got married in court first and then got married like in church with a big reception and everything 2 years later. So
You know what I feel like, bro? I feel like the way I shit on relationships and get married, I'm probably in the next few years, I'm probably gonna fall head over heels over
Yeah.
somebody.
it's likely.
Yeah, it's
Then she'll break your heart. You know, you got to go through that.
Because she's Chinese and
Just
she
one more
eats
time.
raccoons.
Oh no, bro! It's done. I feel like in the dating stage, I gotta know if you eat raccoons or not. Like,
No, you'll end up with some girl who's like brutally honest and doesn't overthink her statements at all. And will just be like, just saying shit, and you like, "Yeah, that was kind of mean." She's like, "Yeah, I meant it." That's it. Like,
why would you wish that on me, bro?
I'm not wishing on you. You find your like
You're opposite.
your opposite who like fills the things you can't do or refuse to do.
True. Yeah, I don't even
That's
know.
it.
Yeah, like I really think about that. I'm like, yo, dude, like I'm so anti. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's insecurities. Maybe I don't even know. I'm just so anti. I just like being chill. I think I've seen so many shit vicariously where I'm just like,
No, man, my life is easy.
oh, of course
I
not.
fucking love it. I don't want to change this shit. You understand that, like, I will probably leave here, open up my phone. She's like, "Yo, I bought food. Come home." And I'll be like, "Great."
That's
I
a
ain't
beautiful
think
thing.
about that shit.
So as the elder statesman here, like, what marriage advice would you
I think
give?
it's an oldest.
Yeah.
That's a nice way to say it. Like,
Yeah.
what was, like,
Eldest
like
respectful.
after 19 years.
Honestly,
like,
I'd like after 19 years, one thing I could say, because she's not my wife. She's been my girlfriend
hey,
for 19
might as
years.
well be your wife.
Just make sure that the two of you live in different places.
Okay, fair.
Have your own house. She has her house. It'll
Keep
work.
it
It'll work
separated.
forever, bro.
Yeah. I need to work on
Are-
that.
are
She
you for
really
real,
wants me
or-
next to me.
That's the reason it's probably worked as long as it has for us. No, but but you've been together 10 years. You know each other's stuff. Have you lived together?
Yeah, for most of
Yeah,
the time.
that's the thing. If once it's different. You can know somebody, but when you live with somebody, that's when it's completely different. That's when
Yeah.
you find out the bathroom habits and all those things that you had no clue about, and you're just like, oh man, it's different now.
I don't know,
Yeah.
bro. I'm so effed up
you're
about that. I was like, because the person I've been talking
Yeah.
to for a year, they're leaving at the end of the month, and I'm like, It's funny. Like here, the thing about Hero is like me and Hero was cool when I got out of a relationship with my ex, and then Hero was gang, fuck that bitch. I was like, whoa,
Yeah.
that. But then again, like,
Never gonna forget that shit.
oh, like
I'm gonna self-censor myself this time.
no,
Proud
you know.
of you. Proud of you.
But the thing, please do.
I'm about to say it too.
Proud of you. Please don't.
Stay out of
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Bleep,
yeah.
That fat bleep.
But the thing, so the person I'm talking to now, for a year, that has been my longest.
Yeah.
That has
That's
been my
your
longest
longest?
anything.
And
Really?
Not even official. That's
Yeah,
the
it's not
crazy
even
thing.
facial, but it's just like it worked perfectly. That person's been supportive of me, whatever. But they're moving, and part of me is like, dang, it's weird, And they're like, hey, we can still be friends, but I'm like, yo, it's kind of weird. I have no problem being friends, but I'm so used to shit ending horribly,
Yeah. And it's just kind of ending.
and this is weird because it's like in my mind, I'm probably like,
This is only reinforcing your bad habits, though. Like the longest relationship you ever had, and it's with a girl who's not official. It's ending well. You guys are both vibing really good. The sex was great. Like,
first of all, I'm a man of God. I don't
this
do
is only
those things.
reinforcing all of Phil's, like reinforcing all of your bachelor habits.
Yeah, it's weird. And now this person's leaving, and it's more so of like, hey, because the thing is so weird. Because like he was like, hey, we're still gonna be cool friends. I'm like, yeah, I hope I could still, we still talk about stuff. I'm like, yeah. And I realized that like when I did a show long ago, this one comedian was talking about him and his ex still talking, and me remembering what my ex at the time we recently broke up, and I was like, shit, fuck that. Like I don't talk to my ex. Like we ended horribly. And in the back of her mind, before we even talking, she was like, okay. And my best friend was like, yo, Phil, when this shit ends, do not go blocking, unfollowing, let this end right. And I'm like, cool. But it's easy for it to end like that because you ain't got to like look at the person and you go on with your life. So it ending well, it's just weird. It really is weird. Like something that went that good. And it's my longest relationship, but it wasn't official.
Yeah, well, I would do that. What I would do is use that as a springboard for your next relationship.
Oh yeah.
And be like, all right, that I felt the grooves in that one and what went well. Let's continue those good grooves with this next one.
But I feel like the reason why it went so well because it was like quote unquote part time. We hung out when we could and yada yada yada.
But I mean, the beginning of any relationship is should be part time because you're still feeling each other out. You're not, this is a long term commitment.
Yeah.
Like anybody who walks in on something is looking for wedding bells probably isn't the person.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should be like, we're gonna hang out.
Yeah, but it's so weird that it's like everything felt great. And then it's like one thing I liked about this situation is more so of like I know me like the breakup I was in like months like 3 months afterwards, like you get guys, it processes shit different.
Okay.
So like all the feelings I realized, I was like, dang, I wish I could have said this.
Yeah.
But now I know how I probably would be in a situation. I say all of that now when I could see the person as opposed to they're in a different state and it's like, damn, I wish I said that. So I just laid my organs down. And I can't do no shit like that. It's weird. Like being vulnerable is so. I think it's like a man thing that
it's not a man thing,
dating is a game in the sense where like we know as men, if you share all your emotions and lay that card down, that person has the leverage over you.
I think the difference is
what the fuck is happening?
I think the difference is that in this day and age where you have screenshots, voice recordings, pictures, a girl can literally expose your shit and you be fucked up in terms of dating for a good long time.
Expose what?
Okay. So let's say
now.
you're with the girl
Bring
for
'em.
a year or so, right?
Okay.
That's a year of like you're being vulnerable with this girl. You say things like some nasty shit that you would never want people to see, like, oh, I'll meet your ass in the back. I don't know. I don't say that. I don't get ass, but
okay.
you know. Or you might have some silly pictures, or you might have some pictures where she has some off guard. You're just naked, hanging out together, and she takes a picture of you looking silly or something like that. You never know. And women these days are maybe not these days, but women are spiteful.
Okay.
And in this day, at least back then, you wasn't as easy to expose because you'd have to letters or whatever. But now there's like so many forms of ways to get, exposed on publicly in terms of like social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever.
I think the cut is so much deeper.
Yeah,
like
no,
that.
I'm saying
when
it hurts
I
a
was
lot
a
more.
kid,
What I'm confounded
Oh,
by
I think I know what he's
statement-
saying is just like the risk is even higher.
Yeah, so you're not as willing to be vulnerable, with the girl as opposed to like,
Okay, so here's what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
All right. There is a chance that you can end up with a spiteful, terrible human who may manipulate you.
It happens. That's
Okay.
life.
Yeah, that is life.
Yeah.
I don't understand. This shouldn't be.
No. I'm not saying.
I know what
it's
he's saying.
Like I've been with my girl for like 2 years now, right? And I know if we ever break up and it ends poorly, because you don't know how people are after breakup until you break up with them. Because just because they're cool with you when you're in love and you're friends still, you don't know how they're gonna be after the fact.
it depends how you broke up too.
Exactly, that too, and what kind of person they are. And again, you won't know that until you're in that situation. Because I'm not scared of it, but I know like if anything did happen and my girl does end up being that kind of person, oh yeah, she has so much stuff on me that she could like throw out there, and I couldn't even be mad about it.
I feel you. But the
Yeah.
more sensitive me is like the guy thing or more like
I love my girl though.
black love, hashtag black love. But but I feel it's weird because it's like as a guy, like you always know that like they'll tell you telling the girl your emotions make you beta. Or
What the fuck are you guys listening to?
No. But it's just like as we grew up, especially men of a certain culture, like you're Cuban, I'm Haitian, so you just know as certain stuff male wise, you just don't emote. You know what I'm saying? If you feel a certain way, you don't necessarily do it. Maybe you show it via actions to a degree, but just to be like, hey, I like, and you've seen it growing up in like grade school where that one guy write a poem to a girl and like, hey, I love you. And then
All right, first of all, that shit's bum as fuck. Don't write a poem.
Yeah.
That doesn't
But you
matter.
Or if you're on Snapchat, I've seen this. Like I've seen this before, where like a dude will send a girl like a very loving, cutesy, romantic text or whatever, and then she shares it on her group chat, and they're like laughing it up about like, look at this corny ass dude. Look at this funny ass dude. He said he loved me. Look at this dude. you know. And unfortunately, like, I want to hear what you have to say about it. Like, do you think it's like age, culture, just gets different these days? Like,
I think if a woman knows you, she should know how you're feeling.
Yeah.
Right? Like, obviously, it takes a little while for her to
Obviously,
get
yeah.
to know you. But you can't have all your emotions out. You know, as men, we know we got to keep something in. There's always something we can make. You know, we're not going to let everybody know everything about us. Women are a little bit different. They'll tell a complete stranger their biggest problem and everything in the world. I mean, I got no problem explaining to my girlfriend sometimes how I feel. Most of the times I don't have to do it.
yeah.
Because when I don't, she still knows.
Yeah.
You know how it
That's
is. When
what she
there's
told
something
me. She
inside
was like, you even have to, like, what you said, you didn't have to say because I knew through actions. And I was like, well, it's more so for me because I know months from now, I'm going to be like, dang, I wish I said that. Just to,
yeah.
it's like Gemini Man, like, Phil from the past is like trying to.
See, but
talk to Phil
if
now.
you fight back against it and be like, no, you don't know what I'm talking about. But she does know what you're talking about. You don't want to be vulnerable enough to have her let her know that you know that she knows.
Yeah.
You know,
It's a weird.
All of this feels like extreme mental gymnastics when you could have just been like, fuck it, I'm feeling this type of way. Like, I don't know. I've been successful in a 10-year relationship just putting it always on the line.
Hold on.
and-
Hey, don't do that to that. Yeah, don't do that. But yeah. Yeah, it'll fuck up the chair. Yeah.
I find, all right, so when we were, all them dudes bring it up, how that stripper just would not stop talking to me.
Mm-hmm.
Generally, I find women, as a whole, appreciate a dude who is just willing to, like, doesn't have that filter. Like,
But
they
then
want you to, everyone wants you to be strong. But there's a level of bravery to just be like, fuck it, this is how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
I realized that when I bluntly tell people I was depressed. I'm still kind of depressed.
Nigga, who isn't?
But, like, I put that shit on the line. Most dudes won't admit that shit. They're like, yo, don't tell nobody. I'm sad. Don't tell them. Fuck that. It's okay. You're
I feel
fucking
like-
human.
I feel
You're
like the
allowed to be
generation
sad. You're
now
allowed
is
to be
different.
horny. You're allowed to be angry. You're allowed to have emotions. What the fuck is this thing where it's like men can't have emotions but women can cry? Fuck that shit. Cry, nigga.
I will say this, like with my good friends, I'll check on you, be like, yo, how you're doing.
Yeah.
However, I don't care for when people on the internet like, man, I hate, like, there was that one guy you have on social media, man, girls just only want this guy.
Yeah,
it's
fuck
like,
that shit.
You're goofy. Or the
Yeah.
one guy be like, or like the people that overshare their problems on social media, that's the difference because you're not telling your close people. You're just telling everyone.
Crowd, yeah.
And it's like,
But there's that middle ground though. Just being open. Like if you open, yeah, you might have a spiteful human enter your life, but that could have happened if you were closed off too. It doesn't matter.
I think the thing is, if you show a little bit of vulnerability, that's kind of like a wound that you created just so you can heal. Like when you break a bone, it breaks, but then it heals, it comes back, and it's
Yeah.
strong. You know, but
Yeah.
you got to allow yourself to be vulnerable, because
Or-
if not, you can always
yeah.
be partially broken.
to that one person, they'll be ammo for a good conversation.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
I got body armor, nigga. Let's go.
Listen, so it's just weird in that aspect. My sister was like, hey, you never know, at Azam's wedding, you might meet somebody. I was like, nah.
Life is weird, man. You never know when you're
No.
gonna meet somebody.
I'm a
Changes
man of
life.
God. A man of God, bro.
You never know when, man. So
So I think, so that's why I think it's so funny because I never thought, like, I think maybe because it ending and you know that, I think it's weird in life. You don't know when the end date of something.
True.
So when you do know
Milk.
when, but that's, yeah, you know, even when you're like, oh, let me finish it and do this with the milk before it expires. But it's a luxury to know when something's going to end. You're like, all right, ooh, this is what I want to do. Let's do that. Let's do this. Let's do that.
Yeah, but that's the whole illusion that we humans give ourselves, that we have certainty. You have no fucking certainty, because a month ago we had no clue that the world would be where
Yeah.
it's at right now.
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing, is we always have this idea, I'm going to be there, and then when you get there, you're like, oh, it's a little different because of X, Y, and Z.
You know, so, yeah, that's that, man. One thing I wanted to touch on it before we end this shit is Harvey Weinstein, bro. I felt
no
like
pun intended.
I feel like low key Harvey Weinstein, like him getting sentenced, it felt like Thanos getting defeated. It's like if this was like a series finale for the Me Too thing, because he was like the first, like the major person that was consistently had the most people saying, "Oh, he did this to me, he did that to me, he did this to me," and I feel like after this happened, it's like, what more? You know what I'm saying? It's like with with this movement, the Me Too movement, like he was like damn near the main, like a Thanos.
Yeah, he was a big villain.
He's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, he was the Hall of Famer. Like Bill Cosby.
Hall of Famer.
That was just like, you can't even wait.
Bill Cosby was the prequel. That was the preamble to it.
But you know what the thing is? You cannot put Harvey Weinstein and Bill Cosby in the same.
Why? Why?
You can't.
You can't. I feel like you said you can or can't.
I don't think you can.
How?
You
Why
can't.
can't you?
I feel like you can't because like Bill Cosby. I feel like for Bill Cosby, his situation, the girls came to his hotel. They were vibing. Knew this man was a married
And
man.
Bill in all the court. At least the ones I've read and all the depositions or whatever, he admitted to sleeping with these women, and his contention was more, was it rape or not? You know, and what I think again, and I know we've had this argument before, but
we're not gonna have it
but
again
Bill,
today.
Bill stuck to the whole time, at least in the most recent court hearings or whatever, is that hey, these women knew I was bringing drugs, they knew I was bringing alcohol, they knew what I was planning to do, you know, and he admitted to sleeping with. He was just like, it's not rape because they knew, you know, this was not done without their knowledge. You know?
And the last thing that happened got him hemmed up right before the statute of limitations. He took the money. I'm not saying what he did was right, whatever, but he took the hush money.
They came back 10 years later, like.
Yeah, but he was drugging them though. They weren't being drugged like they weren't being like, hey, a good night for me is getting passed out and then raped.
Yeah.
You know, I mean that kind.
Same shit.
Yeah, it's
Niggas
all
is the
power.
same.
It's all power plays.
True, but I don't know. I feel like Harvey Weinstein. You know what? The drugging part on Bill Cosby's fucked up.
100%. And then
Harvey Weinstein, and he got so many shit. I think acquitted or dropped. He only really got
Harvey
charged
was
for
more of a power thing, though, in terms of like
Yeah.
this guy who has so many plugs and connections in the movie industry of like, you know, and I understand how these women felt. I totally agree that this is definitely a dick measuring contest, I guess you could say, of how these women came into these situations knowing, hey, this guy has power. He's telling me, oh, if you suck my dick, you can get this role in X amount of movies.
And same
If
thing with
you-
Bill.
Yeah, if you do this thing for me, you can do this and this in this role, whatever. And for it to go on for 30 years, you know, some of these women, it sounds more just consensual. They regret it after the fact.
buyer's remorse.
Yeah, buyer's remorse. Like, oh, I'm 50 years old now. My career is trash. Maybe I shouldn't have sucked your dick to start my career off. You know, things like that. But some of these other women, it sounds very much like just a dude that's a predator that knows he has power, that knows he has wealth, that knows he has people that will hush things up for him. But you know, going after young women, going after poor women that at the end of the day didn't get anything from it. If you look at their careers now, because a lot of these women are nobodies.
He's a trash person.
So I'm happy he got those 23 years.
He's trash.
He literally got 23 years, and I felt like
Good.
no,
Fuck him.
it's good.
Like there was no quibble about whether or not he was doing this, you know, like as like a predator. Of
yeah,
like
but the
targeting
thing is,
women, these women.
I feel like with the Me Too, it's like that was its big thing. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it was because every movement there's something attached to it.
Yeah, I mean, Weinstein ran 2 studios to success. Like, he was going to be the main voice. And also, like, I know L.A. brought it up when he was on here. He was like, we knew this forever. Same thing with the Bill Cosby thing. We've always known. It was an open secret. Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like for this, it's like, not only did he start a bunch of people's careers who still matter, but, like, he openly fucked with people in a business sense as well as being a fucking rapist.
Oh, yeah.
He's a piece of shit. Like, you get 23 years when you make enemies.
Yeah.
Like, you don't get 23 years when, like, I know the Louis C.K. thing was different, but same general thing, power, you manipulate people. That motherfucker's career ain't dead.
Louis,
Because he didn't make a
What are you
ton
gonna
of
say
enemies.
about Louis?
It's on a ventilator.
Wasn't it Louis C.K. just jacking off on the phone? That's what
No,
I
of
he
read.
people.
would trap people in hotel rooms doing jack off in front of them.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
but he
okay.
would actually ask them. I know it sounds weird,
I
but he
know.
would say,
Everything
hey,
I read about
you
Lucy
mind if I
Kay
jerk
seemed
off in
very-
front of
It's
you?
still a power thing.
Which is, I mean, that's my move. No
Yeah.
matter where I'm at or who you are, I'm going to ask you first.
yeah.
The naked man. Come on.
Then just whip it out.
My whole thing is like the
Courtesy.
whole him nutting on himself. Like that's incredible. Aiming to nut on your stomach if he's standing up.
Man,
He had a
that's
big
skill.
stomach too, so that's
Yeah, okay.
a lot of elevation.
So it's like, I don't
That
know.
was the one I like the Pete Davidson special. That was my favorite part about that entire thing.
I heard that shit was horrible.
It was that part and the part where he talks about Ariana Grande were legitimately funny.
But everything else is just.
Everything else, it's a lot of New York ass jokes, like New York Italian white people jokes.
Got you.
But like,
So I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Now, not even a question. If Harvey Weinstein got 23 years, R. Kelly is. Wait,
400.
I don't think so because they're black girls. If they were white girls, if they were
No.
white girls.
I think R. Kelly's going to wait forever.
Years.
Wait, hold on. Wait, I'm tripping. Child pornography. Boom. I forgot.
Yeah.
I forgot.
I
Yeah,
think
that's the
the
thing.
thing that's
forgot.
going untold in that R. Kelly situation is that so many people around him had these tapes and were keeping it a secret for years because he was giving them money to keep it a secret. And now that the money ran out, they're like, "Oh well, I'm going to the cops now." I think if you had these tapes,
Oh, they're gonna get
You're
prosecuted.
an
I think
accessory.
yes, I think you should get tried too because you hold on to these for so long when you could have helped these girls, you know. But again, I think R. Kelly's going for away for a
Because
long
like a
time.
possession of child pornography
Yeah.
is like a minimum
Yeah.
15.
I mean, and that's like a sex tape. It's not like a hoodie you left at your boy's house.
Yeah.
You'd
Yeah.
be like, hey, man, can I get that back?
He just had him around his house, so he'll just watch them. And he's some of these tapes he's going, "Oh, give me that 14-year-old pussy."
what?
Oh,
yeah.
man.
And again, we made jokes about R. Kelly for 2 decades. We were like, yeah, it's just funny.
Okay, so she's 34 now, so no big deal.
Yeah. Think about R. Kelly that the few times they've tried to charge him, there's been loopholes. Like the one girl, she was I think that one girl she had like fake ID.
Yep.
And his argument was, well, I asked her for her ID. The ID said she was 22. How was I supposed to know that she's actually 14? You know.
It was her elementary school
Exactly.
ID. That's why.
See, like, had I been the
That should have been a
prosecution,
tell.
I'd been like, may I point you to the song, age ain't nothing but a number.
And it's like,
my mind's telling me no.
but my body.
My body's telling me
The thing that's so fucked up about R. Kelly.
Shoo-doo-doo-da-da. No,
No, that's-
I'm
get
sorry.
outta here, bro.
I'm sorry. I was waiting for my part.
The thing I hate about the whole R. Kelly thing is like, not only did you get away with, okay, before you did the crime, you're having these songs
Yeah.
talking about you fucking with little girls. You marry a little girl,
Yep.
and then you do more of it. Then you call yourself the Pied Piper,
Yep.
who lured children away when their parents didn't give him money for doing whatever services they didn't render. And you dropped 2 good albums. You beat the case. Should have been done. He should have been.
He felt
done.
powerful.
He should have been done. And the
felt
fact that you're
powerful.
still fucking with little
He
kids
felt powerful.
and you're talking about not only are you doing the crime, but you're saying
I think
You're advertising the crime.
You had to.
I think R. Kelly's so much worse than Weinstein's. At least with Weinstein, most of these situations were in private. But R. Kelly, these people are bringing their kids, their little girls, to these concerts, hoping that R. Kelly picks them out from the crowd and like, hey, here's backstage pass. They're literally shipping off to like these compounds of his where they're staying there for years and stuff. Like,
How did he have money this long?
listen? This man is a musical
he
genius.
wrote a lot of songs.
He's a
Yeah, he
musical
had some good
genius.
songs.
You know,
He wrote for B2K,
I mean, do not
Michael
get
Jackson.
me wrong.
He's
I
all
am
over.
deeply sad that I'll never be able to enjoy the remix to Ignition ever again.
listen, it's still on my playlist.
Listen,
I'm not.
you know what's so
bumping it
funny?
no more.
Hearing how R. Kelly was in trouble made me realize, oh, he has some bangers.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I had the literal thought when like I was
He
making
had some good ass music, bro.
Still standing.
cuts.
Like, it's unfortunate. Like, he is a criminal. He is a rapist. He is a pedophile. All those things. But
But the boy can sing.
to take out a R. Kelly discography from your life, you have to not even just R. Kelly. You have to get rid of songs he's written, songs he's maybe featured on. That's so many songs from 1990 to 2010.
And you don't even know songs he's a part of.
Yeah.
I mean, it's quite easy for me. I just won't listen to 90s R&B
Okay, so-
anymore.
Dog, there's
Where it
literally
dies.
someone said on Twitter that R. Kelly's like the something fructose of music.
Yeah,
Yeah, and it's true.
High
He-
fructose corn syrup.
Yeah, of ever you do not I don't know. And so what? So didn't he have like 100 and
It's got
He's the king of R&B.
I think he has
No,
a
I'm saying like
He
the
just went-
cases. The
Oh, cases. Oh, yeah, he has so many cases.
Federal.
Yeah.
He's got more cases than China.
Ooh, that was a good
Bars. He's not going nowhere. When I saw that Harvey Weinstein got hit with 23, I'm like, oh.
But could you imagine being Harvey Weinstein? Think about it, man. You're like one of the most powerful people in the world that if you wanted the most beautiful actresses to give you blowjobs, bam, like that. And now you're getting told when to wake up, when to shower, when to eat,
Probably
when to
gonna
go to
fuck
bed.
himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's put him in like solitary.
You saw he was walking with a little walker like it was going to do something?
Yeah.
And it's like,
Bro, no.
as soon as you saw when they took him off the court, he was standing upright.
Like,
Fuck that shit.
his lawyer was ass. Like, his lawyer did a terrible fucking
Dog,
job.
ain't nothing you
There's
could
no
do.
way you could do a good job on that though.
Remember the dude that was defending R. Kelly? After a while, you just got to be like, yo, I got to fuck. You, like,
Oh, the guy defending R. Kelly, I don't know. I would have never accepted that case.
Matlock couldn't have gotten R. Kelly.
dude, for
Yeah.
R. Kelly, not only is he doing the crime, recording it, and saying the age of the person he's doing, letting
Yeah.
you know he did the crime. Like,
Saying
that,
his name.
yes,
Yeah.
all that is not even cool. And the Gail interview just showed he's guilty. And he,
Yo, I'm fighting for my life. I'm like,
I love all women.
motherfucker.
yeah, no, I love all, and it's like, nigga, really?
I'm a grown man that love all.
All the
women.
way, yeah, he's going to jail, bro.
Yeah. Oh, I think he will get a life sentence.
He's getting more than life.
Depends on the. Yeah, no, he probably because there's different states, so he's probably gonna be in there until he dies, most
Yeah,
likely.
life sentence. It may not be dictated as life, but
Yeah.
it could be like 3 concurrent 40, 50-year sentences, plus another 30 years thrown
And the
on
thing is,
top.
he's been in jail for so long, and they haven't sentenced him yet.
Yeah,
They're building a
he has
case.
so many fucking cases.
Put in a case. They're going through so much child porn right now. Like no joke, but
Yeah.
they're going through so much
Facts.
child porn.
And he can't snitch on nobody to help himself.
No, he's fucked.
They snitched on him already. Best thing R. Kelly could do is take everyone down with him. That's probably the best thing he could do in terms of like
Just start
hoping,
snitching on
hoping
everybody.
the time gets reduced even a couple years.
Or he kills himself.
Yeah.
I don't think R. Kelly has
Nah.
that much. He's I don't think that R. Kelly's that brave though.
I don't know. This is the first time in history where I've realized that like your career can finally just be over. Like Woody Allen still kept making movies after marrying his stepdaughter.
He was doing it for a while though.
What?
He was doing it for a while though.
Oh yeah.
Is he Woody Allen? I think he just made one like 5 years ago with
Yeah, that was the last
Jennifer
one
Lawrence.
Amazon was willing to
Yeah.
fund. And everyone in that cast gave their money up, their salaries.
Why?
Because Me Too popped up. Because they're like, I can't.
I would have just said it and kept the money anyway.
It doesn't help that the guy who broke the Harvey Weinstein case is his former stepchild, Ronan Farrow.
Yeah.
Like, that's the other reason, like, it became a thing again.
I think the person that loses a lot of this, what's his name? Corey Feldman? Because Corey Feldman's been talking about this for
For
like
a year, yeah, he dropped
since
the
the
Charlie
80s.
Sheen raped
Yeah.
Corey Haim.
Well, he just
Since
had
the
a
80s.
documentary.
Exactly.
Right?
And people kept calling him, oh, you're crazy. You know, Harvey Weinstein is amazing. You're lying about people. And now the Me Too thing happened. People just forgot about him. Like Corey Hames?
Hey, Corey
Feldman? Which one's
Corey
the one that
Haim's
died?
dead.
Okay, Haim's dead. Corey Feldman is the one that's alive still.
Yeah.
He still talks about it all the time. People still call him crazy. They're like, "Oh, you're lying." Even now, he gets no love from the Me Too movement. I think he should get a lot of credit for the Me Too movement and what it is today.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's been saying this for decades.
Oh, I think that's part 2. Like, if this is, like you're saying, like the series finale.
Yeah.
Nah, this is like one of those anthology series.
But he was
this is season
before.
1.
But he was like,
yeah, but season 2 is going to be another.
Because I remember being a kid hearing about Corey
Yeah.
Feldman, even a little because he used to have like VH1 interviews and stuff.
Yeah.
I remember hearing him from as a kid, and I was like
They're gonna
early
silence him.
2000s.
What?
So
No,
They're gonna
he's,
say-
he's been out here for a while, and for the first time, we're actually talking about men in the industry being harmed. Like, that was the thing that came up a little bit this time. Like, Terry Crews being like, yo, that dude grabbed my ass.
I'm at fault with Terry Crews because Gabrielle Union defended that man, and then he really ousted her. Like, oh my God, this place is so diverse.
and you're huge, like you haven't even hit the guy. Like, what do you?
I could see.
I feel like, all right, on that front, the Gabrielle Union thing deeply pissed me off.
Yeah.
Deeply pissed me off. But on the other front, I don't know about you, but I feel like I can't get angry in public because if I do, I don't have the high ground, no matter how justified I am.
yeah, because he's the big black dude.
Yeah, it
I could
doesn't
see-
matter. I'm the angry black man.
But you know what? Like, I don't even know because I really don't know. I mean, he tried you in front of your wife. But at the end of the day, you're not in his space. You don't know what he could lose.
I think he was at like a big Hollywood party. Like the second he would have gone from 0 to like, all right, this motherfucker gotta die.
Now what happened?
Essentially, what happened is that he was at a party and some big agent dude, I think, grabbed his junk
Yeah.
in front of his wife.
Okay.
And the fact that you could be brave.
I don't even say fight the guy, but at least be like, why the fuck you grabbing my balls? But for you to like just laugh it off from what Terry Crews says, he just laughed it off and like has been internalizing it since. I'm just like, come on, like.
Again, like I feel like.
But then again, bro, fighting a guy, is that guy almost
fighting? But at least like say something.
And
like,
then they could have spun, and the media spin shit.
Yeah.
So let's say he hits him, and that dude is homosexual. He's gay.
And the fact that he refuses to say the guy's name too at this day and age, like with the Me Too movement and stuff, like
They said the name.
Yeah.
did they? What's
he
the
outed the dude.
Oh,
He's
really?
Yeah,
Okay,
he's a
I've-
big
okay,
agent.
I didn't get
he
the-
lost
okay.
his job finally.
Okay, I didn't get the updates. My bad.
But
Sorry,
the-
Terry Crews.
But the fact that he didn't pull up for Gabrielle Union, what ended up happening with Gabrielle Union, she left America's Got Talent, and she was saying that there was like racism shit being said and complaining about how she was dressing and stuff like that. And she came to his defense when all this shit was happening. Now, you would think he would be like, oh, he was like, no, this is a great place. This is the most diverse I've ever seen anything. And he's like, oh, I didn't know about it because no one said anything about it. And it's like, you make her look crazy, but she was riding for you. But
Yeah, he just wants to
Keep his job.
get along to go along, or
vice
versa.
I mean, he has 2 shows on NBC. I think his whole brain was, I'm
securing
fuck
the bag.
this. Yeah. If you want to stand up, you can.
Man, it's
fuck
it's
that.
amazing how much people will swallow pride and things for money.
Yep.
It's amazing.
Because money for me is one thing, but when you have a wife and dependence, I can't.
I don't know. I expect more from like the wealthy, I guess. Not the wealthy, but the financially stable of like.
Yeah.
I understand if you're poor and you do things like that, but if you're like a Terry Crews or like that level where like you have millions in the bank, you could not work for a year or two and still live comfortably.
But the problem is their lifestyle.
Of course, of course. Of course. I'm not saying it doesn't take discipline or like just determination to do it. But I think in terms of just like I don't like the fact that people that have the money and the reach to use their voice don't use it.
No.
Oh, great.
That's what I'm talking about.
But guy, like I've always had a joke. Like it's funny. Like if a girl gets sexually harassed, it's like a horror. It's like a horror movie. He on a couch with Oprah.
Yeah.
A guy gets sexually harassed. It's kind of funny. Like this is how the media.
Especially by a woman.
Like you remember, This Is the End. Jonah Hill, the actor, gets raped by the devil, like a demon. And it's like it's funny. Like you literally see a demon on a hard erect penis. And you're like, yo.
Oh, and the demon's going raw.
Yo, he ain't throwing on no rubbers,
Nothing.
So is this the way it is? I remember at my old job, like I said, that big girl with sexual harassment, niggas was laughing. Now, if I do that to a girl, it's like,
Yeah, it's one of the double standards of the world.
Yeah.
it is a double standard.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
Female rapists usually don't become sex offenders. They don't go on the list. So it is what it is.
I think this is a good point to wrap.
It's
it.
not
You
it
want
is
to
what it
end
is, but,
on
Yeah,
female sex offenders. That's the note you want to end on.
Y'all want to
Is it?
join us next week.
Join us next week. when we talk about-
But I mean, dog. I mean, I never thought about that.
Yeah.
What's you with all these stats, bro?
No, this is
Hero is informed. He's an educated man.
Listen, man. Women.
He don't want to
It's
sound like a red
bad,
pillar.
but women get away with a lot of stuff that men don't get away with. In terms of just sexual harassment, sexual assault, things like that.
Now let's be honest. If a girl like I don't know, Gabrielle Union's like, "Damn, daddy, where you going?" Like you'd be like, you'd probably smile like good.
Again, we're saying this from the point of view of a man and the male perspective. But what I think because most of the time when women rape and assault, it's not to adult males.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's usually to children.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because if you could hold me down and rape me as a woman, and I
Yeah.
probably deserve it.
Or in the few cases where a woman rapes a grown man, usually there's like a weapon involved, like the story of like that woman who cut off her man's balls because he refused to have sex with her, or that story of like
that's wild,
a gang of women who like held a man at gunpoint and told him to fuck them. things like
God,
that.
that's got to be so difficult to perform.
Or,
Think about, bro, with a gun to your
he
head.
was laying the hardest fight of his career.
Yo,
This is how I'm dying today.
Listen, the laughter. This is the point.
Who's next? Who's
that
next?
boy was clapping
Only
cheeks.
because
We're
he was
laughing.
like,
We're laughing at the idea of a man
it's
being held at
terrible,
gunpoint.
but my
getting
whole
I
raped.
feel so guilty.
But
Yo.
we would never laugh at the idea of a woman getting held at gunpoint and getting raped.
No,
that's
no.
horrible.
Horrible. Absolutely horrible.
I think it's also because like ingrained in our heads as men, like, particularly straight men, it's like a far.
But
off
hold on, my
concept.
whole thing is this. Now, my brain, what these girls look like.
That too. Because we've seen
Okay,
so many
I-
hot
I-
teachers get off.
Yeah, I'm thinking like, yo, why didn't they molest me as a kid? Like, I'm seeing all these beautiful teachers.
Why they tell?
I probably want to ask your brother, how does he feel about?
He's just sitting here playing his game.
I'm just like, how you feel about
also,
beautiful
that
teachers?
might
Oh.
cross the line.
No.
No, it always, that had me fucked up when I was like a teenager. I was like, bro, why didn't shit happen to me?
Right, like,
and
why
now I'm
did
an
these
adult
teachers-
and I'm like, disgusting bitch.
No, I'm not, because that little boy came to school like, what?
No, like, all right. Again, like, based on the training I had, like, they go through the same shit that women go through, but we don't have any systems in place.
One of the worst stories I read of is that like the FBI didn't start tracking female like sexual offenders until like 2013, like,
Yeah.
as a stat.
Yeah.
So the fact that it took so long because they didn't consider like forced penetration to be rape for so many years, like literally until the last decade.
Well, it's because some guys pay extra for it.
Of course.
That's why it's tough to draw the line.
But like the story that really messed me up, I guess not messed, but like changed my perspective on like male rape is like I remember reading this one story of like this this one mom who threw a party for her daughter and she bought alcohol for the party, whatever, and like she slept with a dude with one of her daughter's friends. I was like 14 at the time, multiple
Okay.
times.
Ew.
And the fact that she got him drunk on purpose, slept with him, and then her sentence was like she only had to go to prison every other weekend and community service for like 2 years.
Yep.
That was her sentence. But on the flip side, if a man had done that, that's minimum 5 years.
All right, my thing is, he was 14. He probably busted like 5
No, of
nuts
course,
that day.
of course. Well,
Airing
I'm
her out.
saying in terms of like the power
Yeah.
dynamics of even if it was
Yeah, oh yeah, of course.
a man in that situation with
Oh,
a
the crazy.
14-year-old girl.
But like, but the woman would not come to. Well, I can't say that. You wouldn't think that the woman would be having a good experience, obviously, while she's
mean,
good. But
women-
the kid is going to climax multiple times and even go back for like.
I mean,
4
biology's
things.
biology. I mean,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
But another thing is, bro, back to what I was saying, bro, with those girls holding the gun to the dude, I need to know what they look like. And also, you got to know, what is that guy's sexual
Okay.
orientation?
What's a
Here,
gun?
What is
here,
that guy?
I'm hitting it right now. All right, here we
Hitting
are.
it. He's
It's
hitting it.
you. All right. It is 5 women who have definitely modeled underwear. No cheek meat, though.
White underwear?
Flat.
Men's underwear.
No cheek meat. To quote you when you were Rollo, no
I did not
cheek
say
meat.
that.
You did.
I did not cheek meat.
All right, 0.
I had to
it's
been joking.
bony butts. Bones. Painful.
Hold on, that's
45
some horror
to
movie,
the skull.
Jordan Peele type shit. Like,
You're
no,
welcome.
dog.
Can you
what
make
if-
it happen?
Hold on.
Are
First-
you dying today?
Hold on. First,
I'm dying.
Step
I
it
can't
up, Phil.
perform.
hold on. My whole thing is this, bro.
I'm dying.
5 to 6 flat ass women telling
I'm
me to
dying.
smash them.
I'm dying.
First
With
of
a
all,
45 to the skull.
I'm dying.
I'm just doing missionary.
The
then.
pressure- the
I'm
pressure's
just
getting
saying, like,
higher.
I ain't gonna look at
No,
them.
no, they are
dying.
not.
You could put a
requesting
slingshot
missionary.
to my head. I'd be like, all right, let's do this.
This is not.
dying.
Like,
You're
I'm
not.
just-
You're not.
I'm just like,
You're not getting the front side.
I'm getting
all
back.
It's-
Right
I
there.
just
bends
won't
over.
look.
What?
You just won't look.
I ain't looking.
You're
dying.
feeling. You're feeling the ass bone deep inside
Dog,
of the
this
front
is
of your
some.
body.
This is some horror movie shit.
You're welcome.
No, I
This
don't
is
like
what
that.
I do.
I don't like that because we're talking about a general thing. Like, he's making it seem so Jordan Peele as
Bro,
That's
you
specific.
asked,
He's
what
getting
does he look
specific on it.
like? What is his?
Because
All right.
you got to understand. Let's say they're attractive women, but he's gay. He don't want to do that.
No, he doesn't. It's the same point.
Exactly. So I'm saying, what's the scenario here?
It's an average-looking woman with a gun, and she caught you. You guys were on a date. You brought her back to her house. You're like, I'm not feeling it anymore. And now she's like, I'm getting this dick. And she pulls a gun out. Average-looking girl.
Netflix and drill.
That's no. Fuck that.
Could you perform?
He said Netflix and drill.
Could you perform? you just don't want to do it anymore. Like you're like, ugh, I'm not
You
feeling
can't
no
conjure
more.
a fear erection.
Me, bro.
You know
I'll,
what's-
I'll stretch if I have to. Get me like, all right, let's do this.
Like,
No.
y'all ain't got nothing brown to drink. Like,
No.
just give
then you're gonna-
me a cup of some brown, and I'm. I mean, but you know what? You do have a point. But my whole, you know what? You do have a point. If I'm not feeling it no more, but if I wasn't
Yeah.
feeling it no more, I think I'd know that feeling before I went to her house.
No, but like,
Something
your
had to have
house-
happened there.
Yeah.
You gotta understand. If
Yeah,
I'm,
maybe
if
you
I'm
came
going
in and her raccoon Russell walked up to you. You're like,
She
I
got
gotta
undressed. She took off her waist trainer. She took off the tights, and you're just like,
Blah, 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 blah.
at that point, I'm already like, if I'm
You're
like,
there, Phil.
you know, like if I'm at your crib, you took off your clothes, we getting ready. This is just gonna become
there's
a
no
story.
stopping it.
This
No
is
matter
gonna
how
be-
bad she looks after she takes off all the stuff.
How
You bought the ticket. You're at the arena.
my whole Dave, you're on my like.
Sit in your seat. That's all I'm saying.
I'm just gonna leave a bad Yelp review. At that point, I'm just saying.
Do that.
You present it. You're not in sexual assault territory. You're in bad sex territory.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
yeah.
Exactly. But my whole, I don't even know, because it's like I went to her house, and well, Hero didn't help by saying I'm already chilling, getting ready to.
Okay.
And then I
okay.
see the body. I'm like, I'm just gonna go through it.
All right, then
Okay.
you're doing a show.
What time is
Some
it?
crazy fan,
Okay.
crazy fan followed you. She's unattractive. She's one of them chunky moms. You feel me? She
Chunky.
she
Yeah.
found out where you're staying at,
And the
what hotel
dad's
you're
got-
staying at.
Dad's got the kids for the
She,
weekend.
you know, you lock the door. You're showering. She pops out of your shower. She pops out of your closet. Like, oh my god, Phil, I'm the biggest fan. I just want to fuck you. And you're like, I'm sorry, lady. I'm not. I don't know you. I'm not feeling it. You know, you just got the shower. You feel me? And she's like, well, I'm getting something. She pulls out a gun. She's an ugly, chunky mom.
You didn't say ugly at first. You said chunky.
I'm giving you a very specific
Okay.
example. Ugly
This
and
is
chunky.
not. This is not like all right. The face
trying-
is
Not
fat.
cute chunky.
This is
like
a
fat with
scary
no
human.
ass. Fat with no ass.
Like full
She said-
front fupa.
At that, you know,
Bro,
like,
draw
what would
the-
you do in this situation?
If I were you,
No,
Phil,
Phil, no,
No,
don't
no,
let him
no,
dodge.
no.
Don't let him dodge.
Why y'all attacking?
draw
let
them
him
shades, Phil.
Hey, this is the Poppy.
Don't dodge the bullet.
You really think I be dodging, bro?
Phil,
Yeah.
answer the question.
You skipping right now, bro.
Get in the game.
Answer the question. Then he can answer.
EA,
Yeah,
bro.
you know what? There's two answers I'd want to give.
Okay.
The ain't shit Phil would be like, all right, just let me get some head then. But you want something. How many dudes you know would be like, I wouldn't smash? How many dudes you know would be like,
Fair
I
enough.
won't hit, but I won't hit, but I'll
Phil
get some head.
might answer that, to be honest.
No. If
What's the
ugly,
secondary answer?
Had to play with the dick of the truck.
hit him with it. You ain't gonna tell nobody, right? But I mean,
Well, what are you leading up to this? How much sex have you had? Because that's going to be part of the situation.
have I been
also.
drink? So it's yo, guys are weird, but guys are. I sound like an animal right
Ready
now.
to pop off.
I sound like a fucking
Shit ass.
Discovery Channel.
But I mean, like, I understand what you're saying, but you know, guys that'll be like, yo, I wouldn't hit, but I'll let her.
I feel like Phil doesn't want to answer that he would fuck her.
Nah, dude, no. I
Clearly,
wouldn't.
all this delay.
No.
Yeah.
I just was stretching out for fun, but you have a point. You do have a point, but we're saying for guys, if a guy is not thinking you're a semblance of attractive,
Yeah.
then you know.
That's
But I know some dudes that'll be like, I'll let her give me head. Or I know some guys that will dog a girl out in public, come to find out they were fucking for 2 years.
Yeah.
How many dudes have ugly baby mothers? And
So
Too many.
Thank you.
Too many.
Thank you. So
Just like how many baby mamas you're like, why did you sleep? The niggas sleep outside. Where did you fuck at?
In the woods where she lives.
There's a lot of dudes with like no cars, no jobs, no education.
Have you ever seen that
6
Facebook
baby
post
mamas.
with that shit where it's
Yeah.
like the nice guy cannot provide you the orgasm you're looking for? It's like a dude who works a weird job.
And they have beautiful women with like 2 jobs and in an education. I'm just like,
working
why are you
hard. For
fucking
it.
this dude?
Yeah, leave.
I think this is
It needs to be a baby arm for you.
God.
It gotta be a baby arm.
I think this is a good part to end this podcast.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think
Yeah, this is not a dour note. It got dark there for a minute.
it got dark for a bit.
As long as we end on big dicks, we're good.
You're right.
That's
Well,
what she said.
Penises are always funny.
Dave,
Phil.
happy to have you. We redid the last episode.
Yes, guys, I did not bring any Crown Royal.
That was a smart
we-
move.
Yeah, you're smart.
Yeah, we painted in between the lines. This
Yeah,
time.
oh, absolutely. I want to thank
Thanks
you so
for
much
having me, brother.
coming. Absolutely, man. Hero, of course.
No cape.
The guy
I was slightly reasonable today.
You were reasonable, bro.
I was not expecting that.
I don't know what you thought you were gonna be on.
Well,
today.
I did admit the world ended. I was gonna sharpen my teeth and eat human flesh.
Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah.
We'll live a little while.
Yeah, I mean, like, bro, I hope you shopped for like
No.
quarantine. If by day 3 of the quarantine you out here sharpening your teeth, nigga, you were crazy to begin. you were
The
crazy.
facade faded.
That's
Yeah,
a little premature.
Yeah, that's a little premature.
I'll see
You
you
just went
soon.
through 3 bags of ramen noodles. You're already ready to
Yeah,
eat people.
fuck it. Time to eat people.
You're right, man. Azam behind the boards.
Yeah.
Voice of reason. I'm Phil Eastmay. The Poppy Negro podcast. Forever petty. Forever roasting. Peace.